Hello friends, welcome to Csharp Space. Today in this video session we will discuss about how to bind a cascading dropdown in ASP.NET Core MVC. So first of all, if you new to my channel, please subscribe my channel for getting a latest update about programming. So let's start. We open our Visual Studio and here we creating a new ASP.NET Core web project. Here I choose ASP.NET Core Web Application. Here we choose change a path and here rename it Cascading Dropdown. Then press OK. Now it's creating a project for ASP.NET Core for Cascading Dropdown. Here we choose a web application model view controller and then press OK. Now it's creating a project for Cascading Dropdown. So now project is created. So first of all we open our Solution Explorer and here it's created all the related files for ASP.NET Core projects. It's adding some sample CSS images, CS and libraries for a bootstrap template. So now I take one sample database where I have already created 3 tables, one for a country and it's for state and third one for city. So now in next step we will create 2 procedure for accessing the records from these 3 tables. So I open a new query window and here we fetching a first records from these 3 tables. It's a TVL country. We already inserted some sample data base, some sample data to these tables. This is the country ID and country name, and then its second one. It's state with respect of their country name. And now with name we have a third table that is a TVL city. This containing all the respected city with the help of their state ID. So now we create a store procedures for this. Create proc country as begin and select star from TVL country. Now we create a second procedures for finding the record for their state. And here we take a one parameter as a country ID. Where country ID is equal to this. This created second procedure. Now we create a third procedure for accessing the record from a trivial city. And this one is the state ID. We pasted it here. Then state underscore ID. Now we change their name. It's a city. So now all tables and store procedures part is completed. In this example, I will use edu.net for performing all the database related operations. You can use any other techniques like links, entity frameworks that you like. So now we find their connection string. So for performing edu.net operations, first of all I need to add one folder for a database access layer. I added a folder here, name database layer. And now I add one clause for this. It's a DB. Now this adding a db.cs where we create functions for accessing the records from these tables. Now here I add a connection string. Firstly need to add some more namespaces. System.data using system.data.sql client. Here we writing SQL connection. We paste this connection string and then here writing there. No, we're writing as a semicolon. Change for this to double quote because it's not accepting here a single quote. Now we create a functions for get country list. Public dataset get country, and then here write a SQL connection, SQL command, and then write here a procedures. Process here their connection object. Then we specify here a command type dot stored procedure com dot parameters dot add with value. This procedure not have any parameters, so we don't write this. Then here is the SQL.adapter, d is equal to new SQL.adapter, and then pass this SQL command object here. We take one dataset object, it's a ds is equal to new dataset. in this fill this data set with the help of this data adapter, then return this ts. Now we write two more functions for getting state and city list. We write their stop procedures name here, and it's taking one parameters, so I write this here. It's a country ID, int cid, we pass this cid here, and we write one more functions for getting a city list. It's sid, state id, we write this procedure. It's taking this state id, sid, and return this dataset. So this is all the database access layer for getting a cascading drop down values. Now we go to our solution explorer, and then we going for this home controller. Here we take any action methods. For example, I taking this about action result, and here we taking here we creating a view for a cascading drop down. First of all, I need to create a connection object. I need to create an object for this database access layer. I need to take one more namespaces here using system.data.scriptline, using system.data, then write here a data set is equal to new is equal to dbop dot get country list. On a page load, we fetching the record from country, and then store this dataset value into this view back. Country list is equal to ds.tables. Now we need to create two more functions that return data as a JSON for fetching the record for state and city. So it's a JSON result get state list, and it's getting parameters as int country id, cid, it's a data set is equal to dbop dot get state cid. One more thing here we need to do, we convert this dataset into the selected item type list. So I creating one more thing here. It's a select list item. We need to add a namespaces for this. Is Microsoft ASP.NET Core.MVC.rendering. It's added here. Then list equal to new. And then we getting here for each. It's a data row dr ds dot tables. So 0 dot rows. Then list dot add. Then we adding this selected items. Text. Writing here their text. Our text is text the country name. It's a country name, and then write here value. Value is the country ID. And converted this as a string. Now we store this list to this country view back. Now we move to this state list, and then here we again take a list. We copy this selected list item here, and we also copy this. And then change here their respected name. It's a state name, and this for state ID. And we return this list as a JSON format. JSON. Now we getting one more functions for fetching the record for city. So I change their name. It's a get city list, and here we write a state ID. Then here we write a SID. Let's pass this SID here. Change their method name. It's a get city. And here we change their respected text and value from our database tables. Here it's a city ID, and this for a city name, and this for a city ID. Then return this list as a JSON format. Now we go to our HTML page. Here we go in this about section. Here we need to create a HTML for these three drop downs: is the country, state, and city. So I remove this, and here I adding HTML for this country, state, and city drop down. So I create one div, is a class as a container, and here we take as a row. Its class is equal to row, and here we creating one form for this. It's core sm is equal to 4. Now here we create a form. It's a div. Form group. Here we take their labels. It's a country. Then right here select options is a class is a form control, and we write this drop down 3 times for state and city. Provide their IDs, DDL country, DDL state, and this for DDL city. Now we write here ASP items for binding their options. And then you write here a new select list, and then write here view bag dot we write this country list, and then write here expected to values and text. It's values, and then write here their text. We also write same things for state dropdown. It's new select list, but here we write a string.empty because this is not containing any VBACs. And after this we write this value and text. We paste this values and text here. Now we adding this ASP items also here. ASP is equal to new select list. This is string.empty. And we paste this value and text. Now in next step we need to add jQuery files because we need to write some JS code for accessing the record on their drop down change. So I simply drag and drop this jQuery.js into this about view that already available into the library under the jQuery folder. Now we need to write jQuery code. This is script function on change of this country dropdown. We bind a record from this record of this DDL state dropdown list. So we need to copy their IDs and write here event of the change of this dropdown list, country.change. Take some variable like this row, it's a blank type. First of all we need to empty this DDL state drop down value for refresh their selected items, refresh their binded items. Dot empty and we need to write a method for fetching the records from this controller method. It's a get state list. Firstly we write their controller name, it's a home, and then write this JSON result action method. Then provide their respected IDs, it's a CID, and this country ID bind from this country drop down value. Dot value and then we write here a function, and here we take any parameters name like d. Here I take d as a parameters. If all record fetched successfully, then we empty this DDL state drop down and we take one blank variable for storing their rows. Now we create one loop for iterating over this data. We take data and then create a functions. Here it's iteration number and this for their expected values. It's row. We bind the previous values into this variable, so I need to write this plus equal to option here we write as their values, L is equal to v dot value, and here we write v dot text, their respected text. And after this we bind this state list into this DDL state dropdown. .html and this pass this row variable, and we also write this for their values. Now we write the same functions for binding the city list on the behalf of their state ID. So simply copy paste this function here and change their ID. On the change of this state dropdown, we bind the record for this DDL city. So first of all, we empty this DDL city dropdown list and then bind this record to here. Now we change their respected function name, it's city list, and we change their ID, is SID. We also change their dropdown name, it's state dropdown, because we passing this state dropdown value to this SID. Now we run this project. So that's it all for the HTMLs, and this for JQuery Ajax method where we bind record for this state and city dropdown. So I press Ctrl F5 for building this project. Now it's build succeeded. First of all, it's loading a home index method, because by default root is home index. We creating HTML on this about page. So firstly it's bind the country name. If we change this, then it's bind their respected state on the behalf of selected countries. So it's California, and if we choose their California states, then this bind their respected cities. If we change their country's name, then this bind the state on the behalf of these countries. So it's a state of it's a city of this state, and we change this, then this bind the city of this state. So that's all the procedures for how to bind a cascading drop-down list in ASP.NET Core MVC. I also provide a source code of this video in the description of this video section. And if you like my videos, please click on subscribe button and click on a notification bell for getting a latest programming updates. So thanks for all for viewing my videos. Thanks. We will meet in next video session.